Hello friends, my name is Vijay and you are watching Go to Genius channel. In this video, we will see how we can use effect hook. So, to get the better understanding of use effect hook, we will use the window resize event for the example. So, let's see how we can use that. So, for that, first we will define the state variable by using the use state. So, let's see. So, window size. So first we are going to set the default size of the window. So let's see, set window size. Here I am using the state for that, and just define inside that window dot inner width. So here you can see this is the inner width of the window. So by default we are assigning this width to the window size state. So now I will use this state here. Here we can see the inner width is coming 596. So friends, here when I resize the window, you can see there is no change in the window size, because when this component mount on the dome, then it takes the default width we have assigned to window size state, so it display on the screen. So change the value on the runtime when we resize the window. For that we will use the use effect hook. So let's see, just define the callback function. So here I will add an event. So for the event we will use the resize, and we will pass the handler function. When we will resize the window, then this function will be run. So let's take resize handler. So now define this function here, the function name, and here we will reset the window, and here we will use the set state function to update the window size state. And just pass the window dot inner width. When we will resize this window, then this function will be run, and this function will set the window size state again, or you can say this set window size function will update our state. So let's see how this function will work. So now here you can see our window size getting update when I am resizing the window. Now the time to define the second parameter. As a second parameter, we are taking the empty array. Empty array here defines there is no state or props to track. So friends, the question comes here, when our component will unmount from the DOM, even after that our event listener persists in the memory. So it could be a performance issue for the application, and these type events could slow and crash your application. So for that we have a solution, as we used to do inside the component will unmount method in class components. So let's see how we can achieve the same thing here. To achieve the same thing, it's very easy inside the use effect. For that just you have to return a function. So as a function, just give a arrow function. Inside this we can remove this listener. So window dot remove event listener and just pass the event name and callback function. Resize handler. So here you can see it's very simple and very easy to unsubscribe the events. So friends, for the cleanup or for the unmounting, we have just written a function. So as a function you can use the arrow function or you can use either named function. You have both the options. It's up to you which one you have to choose. So friends, here for the return function you have to remember you have to define this return function in the end of useEffect function. So whenever your useEffect function will run after the render, then your add event listener first will run, then this return function will be run. So this return function will clean up your event listener. So by using this on the runtime, your memory can be free. So there will be no any performance issue. So friends, you must remember for the better performance of the application, so you have to always remove the events or unregister the subscription. That's it. So friends, I hope you have understood how we can use the useEffect and how we can clean up our events and how we can unregister the subscription. So in the next video, we will use the real-time API for fetching the data inside the useEffect. So see you in next video.